A very good and warm morning to one and all present here. The galaxy of intellectuals, teachers, invited guests, and my dear friends. Look how lovely is this morning, and so is the ambience and aura surrounding it. I, Kanishka Rajput, your today's host, warmly welcome you all on behalf of Laburnum family. Laburnum started its journey way back in 2013. It is set in the foots of Aravali Hills, amidst to a very famous Rajputana village, Jhansi. Laburnum was started with a vision of success. It provides an environmental background that allows children to naturally observe facts, acquire knowledge, and thereby bringing out the best of each child. And I must say, I feel really blessed and proud to be a part of this institution. So, as we all know, today we all are gathered here with one common objective, to have a discussion on economic and environmental maximization in the field of solar and wind energy. This topic surely has a great relevance in our daily
KVM School and St. Thomas School has shown in, and we appreciate it.
I would like to invite our beloved principal ma'am, Dr. Bhavna Chibbal, to say a few words.
Show that yes, my students, these leaders of tomorrow, can create a history today. So this is the platform for all the students who are with us right now to be a leader, because we firmly believe leaders are not born, leaders are made. So we are in process of it. Today we have given this, we are blessed today to be with you to schools, and this will be a continuous process of every month, every 20, for 15 days we will be calling, because we thought of every month. Then there are so many schools which want to join hands with us. So now we will be having it after 15 days, this kind of a talk series. So we are having a kind of a collaborative projects, wherein my students, your students, and the students from the country will join hand with this vision to give a one kind of a platform to the learners to make them future ready. And we firmly believe, as we all are celebrating 75 years of independence, so this will create a bond across the state boundaries at least. So here today we have school from Ludhiana, Delhi and Gurgaon. See, 3 states are there. So thank you so much. I am thankful to the principal, those who have joined the hands with our school, and thank you to the teachers, those who have joined with us today. And let's start with today's session. Over to you, Kanishka.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your words with us. It's really a pleasure to hear people like you. Now we have with us Miss Leena, present with us from St. Thomas School. Learning today, leading tomorrow. St. Thomas School is where learning begins. St. Thomas was created as a journey forward with the aim to fire the imagination of children. It provides a complete contributing to the intellectual, emotional, spiritual, and social development of a child. Please, ma'am, address your school.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of St. Thomas's School, we are blessed to have the part of this talk show, and we are well established in Delhi, and we are one of the CBSE school, and we are looking forward to connect globally to enhance our learning process. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your kind words. Now we have with us Kundan Vidya Mandir, a senior secondary school which was started by a great visionary, late Shri Kundan Lalji. The school was established in 1941 and is now one of the most premier institutes of India. The institution puts its best efforts to make out the best of each student and works really hard for their mental and holistic goal. We have Ms. Sonia from KVM with us. Please, ma'am, address your school.
Thank you, Kanishka, for inviting us today. Good morning, everyone. Kundan Vidya Mandir is an 81-year-old institution based from Ludhiana. We've been a CBSE school since 1963. In fact, we were the first CBSE school in Punjab. We've been a very environment-friendly school. We already have solar panels and we've got projects like Go Green and Save Paper going on for the last 10 to 15 years in our school. So we hope to be a part of more such global efforts, and thank you for inviting us today.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Now, I would like to interact with the participants. Firstly, we have Somanj from St. Thomas School. Hi, Somanj.
Hello, Kanishka.
Somanj, I wanted to ask you that, according to you, how far technological developments like solar and wind energy beneficial for human beings and for the nature itself? Please explain.
Of course. These renewable sources of energy are a great step forward in the environmental and eco-friendly renewable energy sources, right? They provide economical as well as environmental benefits, but yet we continue the preposterous use of coal and fossil fuels based energy. So I think it's actually very sensible that we have conducted this talk show for the betterment and the development of these young minds towards the goal that is renewable energy.
Thank you so much for the explanation. Now we have Aravjeet Kaur from St. Thomas School. Hi Aravjeet.
Hello.
So Aravjeet, don't you think increasing the consumption or maximizing resources like solar and wind energy can leave the nature in distress and can later be a cause of depletion of these resources? So according to you, why do we need to maximize them? Please elaborate.
Even though these resources, plantings take a lot of space and forests occur due to building windmills and all, but still renewable energy needs to be, it is the future for us. We all know that conventional energies and the use of fossil fuels is really good for the economy of a country, but it has really bad effects, and replacing the traditional energy completely with renewable energy is also very difficult. But by adding the renewable energy to the grid and gradually increasing its contribution, we can eventually expect a future that is powered completely by green energy.
Thank you very much Aravjeet for the explanation, and I must say it was very nice. Now it's Bhavni Jham for our next question from LPS. Hi Bhavni.
Hello Kanishka.
Bhavni, I would like to ask you, how would you explain the efficiency of solar and wind energy? And according to you, why do we need to maximize them? Please explain.
Okay. First of all, I would like to express gratitude. I am sitting here. I am thankful to God that I am here for this opportunity. Coming forward to the answer of the question. Solar and wind energy. These are the renewable forms of energy which are available in abundance for free. Yes, we see sunlight and wind all around us. But for this setup and installation, they require some cost, which would be more for middle class people. Let us find out the answers for our question. The efficiency of solar energy and wind energy and their advantages are innumerable. Let us talk about the efficiency. So, solar and wind energy are cleaner fuels, they are renewable, they do not even leave a solid residue. They are safe for the environment, they are inexhaustible, and yes, they are free. But for their installation, the cost would be much that would be more for middle class people, as I mentioned earlier. And their weather dependency is also one problem. They give free access in remote and inaccessible areas, and if we make it cost efficient, we are able to maximize it. And their maximization is necessary due to so that we can use them everywhere, and these are safe. And we have these technological advancements in the field so that we do not use those fossil fuels which are which we have to sustain and which are going to exhaust in the near future. Now, I have to give a creative idea for the weather dependency of solar energy, which could be if we have a system, if we create a panel of India and worldwide connection, and then we transfer the sunlight, the electricity that is made from India to other parts and from other parts to India. And this is how we can make the most out of it. But this seems practically impossible. Can we do it? At least we can give it a try. Yes, we can do that by the support, initiative, intentions if we have those in our minds. And people need to be aware for that. For this, we can have awareness campaigns, sessions for wind energy. We can use barren lands. We have to aware people so that we can maximize it. Their efficiency is to be measured, but people need to be aware for that. And yes, this is the main motive which we are here for. Thank you so much. I would like to end up with a quote. हवा और सूरज की ताकत को पहचानिए, विज्ञान को जानिए. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me for the explanation. Nextly, we have Tanvi from Laburnum Public School. Hi, Tanvi. Tanvi.
I'm sorry, there was a problem for the audio. Hello, Kanishka.
Hi, Tanvi. Tanvi, I wanted you to explain how maximization in the field of solar and wind energy is economically favorable and harmless to the environment. Please explain according to you.
Good morning to one and all present here. And first of all, thank you so much, Kanishka Di, for addressing me. Now, coming towards my answer, here it is. Solar energy is a power that we are consuming from the natural resource sunlight. It is used to generate electricity and used in many other ways like grinding, milling, etc. Now, as we got this point that what is solar energy, let's talk about how is it good for our environment. One of the main benefit that you and your family can experience with solar energy is the lower utility bills. Means the solar energy doesn't require any cost to be used, but the solar panel installation may require some cost, which is high for a middle class family. But if you come towards the advantages, it's a profit margin for you all. As we all have known that how is it good for our environment, let's come up to its advantages. As my friend Bhavini mentioned, that solar energy is totally harmless to our environment because it creates less pollution and no greenhouse gases to be emitted after the installation. The government spread awareness and importance to install solar panels because of the benefits of our environment. Among the various types of renewable energy, solar photovoltaic has gained most attention of the people because of its low pollution and abundant resource, as well as the endless supply of electricity. The photovoltaic effect is the generation of voltage upon exposed to light. It is a physical and chemical phenomena. We can also use tandem devices or tandem cells to convert a small amount of sunlight into the electricity. These are also known as photovoltaic PV cells. At the last, I would like to end with a quote that is, सोलर पैनल लगवाएं वह वातावरण को बचाएं. इसी अच्छी बात से I would like to end this topic here and thank you so much all for listening me patiently. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tanvi. Nextly, we have Sarabjot Singh from KVM Ludhiana. Hi, Sarabjot.
Hi.
Sarabjot, what are any other forms of energies that you think are needed to be maximized for the well-being of us? Please explain.
The word maximize is a favorite of the capitalist. So, what about maximizing the current energy resources? So, I have an idea. Nuclear resources can be a great deal. Its ROI or return on investment is great. It is gained with $5 per megawatt. Nuclear waste can also be used in the future processes, as said by the sun in California. Also, the installment may be a bit pricey, but the later on cost is very low. LOCE or levelized cost of energy is very low. Also, we can use geothermal energy. It is a bit less thought out, but a great way to get energy. Geothermal energy uses the heat produced by volcanoes or underground heat. It heats the water it produces steam, and with the help of that, the turbine spins and thus creates electricity. But did somebody say heat? Heat is often confused as energy. There's confusion between energy and power. Power is what we use in fans, bulbs, and ACs. But energy is the one that we need. Heat is the most common form of energy. But a lot of energy is wasted producing or converging the heat energy from electrical energy. So here comes the glorious lithium-ion batteries. Lithium-ion batteries, when hit with light rays, get excited. Electrons and the proton sheets get excited, thus producing electricity. So it's a miracle of its own. Also, there is a biomass system also. In biomass, we not only destroy the current energy, the current waste from everywhere, but we make more energy out of it. The carbon present in it can produce a lot of energy. Also, biomass system for massing is not that big right now, but it has a lot of potential. The ROI is great, and the cost of setting up is very low. So at the end, I will say that it can only be achieved by the cooperation of government, international institutions like IEA, International Energy Association, UN governments, and etc. Also, it's our duty to make a future better for our children and better for everyone. Thank you. This is all by Sarabjot Singh.
Thank you very much, Sarabjot. Nicely explained. Lastly, we have Akshat Agarwal from KVM Ludhiana. Hi, Akshat.
Hello.
Akshat, what do you think are any other forms of technological developments that you think should be done by keeping in mind factors like economical benefits and harmlessness to the environment? Please explain.
Guitar is my favorite instrument. The melodious tunes you can play with it is just beyond. The same guitar, when given to Amin Tufani, could become a diamond and become a coal when given to a noob. Similarly, your technologies, if in the right hand, could become revolutionary, otherwise can put you in deep water. The moon told me while coughing on carbon. The fishes of the deep water made me realize that electric cars could be the backbone of our future transportation. With lowest energy requirement and the lowest pollution, they are the best backbone available for our future transportation. Carbon compressors. These carbon compressors directly absorb the carbon emitted by the industries and the factories, which help us to reduce air pollution. Solar glass. It is a marvelous concept which extracts the heat which is coming from the sun, and instead of getting all the heat going into the building, it absorbs all the heat and converts it into electricity. Moreover, smart grid, a brilliant technological concept which allows two-way flow of data and electricity with digital communication technology. This allows easy, efficient and economical power generation and paves the way to electric vehicles even more. Moreover, when I went to Sharks, they told me even greater ideas which were right now beyond their potential but had the greatest potential of being future revolutionaries. For example, one of the sharks told me asteroid mining. This would allow extraction and mining of highly valuable elements like gold, iron, platinum, titanium, etc. and would make intergalactic exploration a piece of cake. Moreover, the harm done by humans to nature and habitats during mining, exploration, caving, etc. would be minute or nil. Moreover, antimatter energy. 1 kg of this matter has enough strength to yield energy equivalent to 1 ton of coal, 120 gallons of oil, or 17,000 cubic feet of natural gas, if in right hands. If in right quantities, it can also yield energy equivalent to 6,000 times the nuclear bomb which was dropped on Hiroshima. Moreover, a last concept, Dyson sphere. It is another out of this world megastructure in which we collect the energy from a star and supplies to ourselves. In conclusion, I believe that the above mentioned technologies may be beyond our reach, but they have the highest potential of being most valuable technologies for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Akshat, and thank you all for such a nice interaction. As we all know, an effective conclusion brings the reader back to the main point. So, for concluding the topic, we have Mrs. Shikha. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Kanishka. Foremost, I sincerely appreciate the hard work of all participants. They really have worked hard. We are very thankful
and grateful to God who brings us to this moment. We just demand success and happiness for our students. Our gurus have us a significant influence in our life. I would like to thank all the gurus, our inspiration, who provide us wisdom and teach us to never give up. In final analysis, I would like to state that excess of everything is bad. So if we are maximizing the solar and wind energy, it should be done in limit. These create job and help the entrepreneur's mindset to come up with new thoughts and startups. Hence, awareness is most needed in today's world. Thank you and thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Good event never ends in this world. We just take a pause and keep waiting for a new beginning. Thank you everyone for joining us today and making it a great show. And I hope for many more like this in future. Till then, keep learning, be safe. And once again, thank you very much for joining us today.